Hello, it's Flair here again. So I'm going to do another commentary video, or at least I'm going to try to do one. And this time I'm going to talk about a little bit about my strategy and my idea when I'm playing against other players. And this is actually a game from the weekend when I did play several games against the Almirante named guy from the ladder, and I think he's I assume it's he instead of she. I'm not sure. Um, uh, but yeah, he's rank 5 or 7 or something like that. Or at least he was. And this is one of the games we did play. I run into the same guy on the ladder several times this weekend, as I said. Yeah, one thing I have to mention here is that I did manage to see one marine group move into southeast location. That usually indicates that opponent is taking the mini base and doing some kind of rush with hellbats or stuff like that. Why else would he send one group of marines in middle of nowhere at the start of the game? It's not like he's going to take any resources from there, it's because the mini base. And yeah, that indicates it's going to be the rush. But anyways, no matter how the game goes, you basically always need to do a barracks against a cutter player because they are spamming the marines and using the grenade upgrade to deal with your ghost and stuff, and it's usually a bad idea to try to handle the marine early game with the ghost spam of your own, because you usually end up dying to the grenade rows pretty heavily. It's usually nice to build like 3 or 4 ghosts and try to run around the map and try to pick off a single marine groups that are spawning or moving to the main army and take them out as soon as they spawn. But you have to be careful to not run into the main army and die to the grenade throw. But yeah, as I said in the start of the game, the mini base is there, and that was pretty obvious when I did see the marine. And yeah, as you can see, hellbats are coming out. The Almirante's idea in this game was to rush me from that mini base with marines and hellbats, but it's going to fail hard now when I did see it so early and I was able to react right away. And what I did few ghosts and some jump back routes to actually take down the buildings. And now I'm going to pick off the reinforcement marines pretty easily.
Let no one stand in my way.
And this is basically a pretty horrible start for Almirante. It's not the ideal spot to be at this point. And one thing this guy is doing every single game, and I'm not sure how to feel about that, is the ODST trick or book, or however you want to call it. I call it's a bug, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, I would like to say that the trick that I'm talking about is when you call ODST skill, the reinforcements, and use the demolition charge ability on the buildings, it actually does insane amount of damage and takes down buildings like it should not be able to do. It works similar way as we did see earlier with the scout mine that did take down buildings, and people use it the way it's not intended to use, and that was patched I think 1 month or 1.5 ago, and it's not anymore able to drop on buildings. But the demolition charge has the same problem. You are able to drop it on building, and actually one round of demolition charges takes down completely the shield when you use it. So that tells us the damage it does is way too high. It's not supposed to be that insane that you can just use 3 charges and take down completely the shield, which usually takes several or I think if you have like 100 or 120 limit of UNSC troops, it takes like 15 to 25 seconds to take down the shield. So the shield is really tough to take down, and then comes the ODST and takes down it like it's nothing. So yeah. Well, yeah, a little bit about the game. From the bad beginning of Almirante, I kinda took the control of the game, and I use it to take down the mini base, and I want to keep Almirante in one base so that he is not able to do too much with the income he has. And actually I did pretty good job to doing that. The Brutes take down the north base, and the Ghosts were able to do some damage on the left one base. And now I'm going to teleport my Suicide Grunts on the Marines, take them out. Yep. That's basically the best trick you can do against the Marine. And yeah, there's the demolition charge I was talking about. He just came from the left side of my base and take down soon to be 2 buildings with the demolition charge. And at the moment he just can run away with the ODST. They are so fast that you can't catch them with elite range or stuff like that. That's pretty stupid if you ask from me. It's something that, in my opinion, is not intended to be in the game. But yeah, at the moment the situation is this, that maybe Banshee is better race, but stuff like that equals the early game for the cutter player. But yeah, as we can see, I have 2 mini bases and Almirante is stuck on just the main base. He really wants those mini bases, but I'm doing my best to try to keep him on one base.
Group 2.
I should have made the shield battery faster, or is it shield generator, I don't know. Yeah, I should have made it faster to negate the ODST trick. It was a little late, and he was able to take down 2 buildings for free. And the ODST is still running around on the map. I was trying to catch them with my ghost, but actually 1 ghost is not enough to deal with them. They are pretty strong units anyways.
Local units. Leader power ready. Our weapons are yours.
But yeah, usually you need to build the one barracks and build the Suicide Grunt squad and teleport it on the top of the main army of the Marines to handle the early game pressure the cutter players are doing. It's not wise, in my opinion, trying to fight them off with the mass ghosts. It can work, but many times you just end up losing too much stuff. And that's a rare thing to see on the game. We did see 1 hawk actually on the field. People don't really use hawks as much as they did in Halo Wars 1, because they are not that great in this game. But yeah, it seems like Almirante is now trying to do some kind of hawk pressure.
Local units.
And I'm not exactly so sure about how strong they are against buildings or stuff like that. I have only seen them few times earlier, and they have not been that great.
The enemy attack with vehicles.
So there we go again. The ODST group is again doing some nasty work on my base.
I go.
I did have pretty fast tier 3, and I'm already having freights out. They are really strong in this matchup, or any matchup at the moment. Damn, those guys are so hard to take down. And they are so fast, I just can't catch them. That's insane.
Local units.
Okay, I'm trying to take the control of the power nodes.
Local units. Move out.
I anyway have way too much power at the moment. Oh, I don't think it's a problem. You like to have the power to make upgrades and stuff like that. Not a big deal.
Watch out. Local units.
Yeah, I don't have enough grunts to take down the power node defenses.
All units.
And at the moment I'm just basically trying to build a mass of freights to make the final push for the victory. That's usually pretty good plan at this point.
Captured our power node. All
But
units.
there are some things you need to be aware of in the late state of the game against Cutter. The Pelican support spell is really insane strong, and sometimes Cutter players actually do make an air force. They build condors or vultures or stuff like that,
Rally point set.
and you need to be ready for the tech change and
Turret complete.
be able to build banshees or reavers to fight off the air forces. And yeah, now we see a Musshog army running into my base from the left side, and yeah, they are not that strong in my opinion. They are easily pushed back.
All units.
I assume that if they are able to
Infantry level
drive on my base and start striking on my structures, they take them out pretty fast, but they really can't fight off an army of hunters and freights. They are not that strong. They are pretty weak units. They die pretty fast.
base is under attack.
I don't know if this is something Almirante is doing usually. I haven't seen him doing this against me ever before. Or is it some kind of reaction to the early game where he was not able to do anything with the rush and he was not able to keep his mini bases for several times. It might be that he felt that he needed to do some kind of strange strategy to come back to the game or something like that. I'm not sure.
Local units.
And here we go again. The strongest part of the Hawks is probably their speed. They are really fast. They can easily hit targets left and right and drive to other location, and hunters and freights are not able to keep up with them. But luckily we have teleport, so a map like this size, which is pretty small actually, it's easy to teleport to any base if the opponent is able to drive the Hawks around you and strike on your natural or your main when your troops are out. And yeah, now he's coming with the Vultures and how is it pronounced? Vultures?
Our troops have fallen to the enemy.
I don't know. Hawks and Vultures are coming.
Units.
I think I pronounced it wrongly.
Are constructed.
Yeah.
Local units.
Whatever those flying big battle cruiser ships are
All
called.
All units.
He only has 2,
All units.
and that's not a problem at all. I think my base defense turrets can actually deal with them. And I anyway have reavers out, and 2 are not an issue.
Orders for me. Show me my. They attack me from
And
above.
yeah, there we go, a Pelican
Ready to local
support.
units. All units.
One of the strongest skills in the game.
Are the enemy.
There goes my shield. He's doing heavy damage on my main base. But I have pretty strong army at this point, and I feel like I just
One of our buildings.
need to push to win the game. He may take down few buildings, I don't really care. I don't think he has anything to deal with this army. But I need to take down these Hawks
All units.
to save my main base.
All units. All units. Upgrade complete. All
Some
units.
ODST dropping. I don't feel like they are fighting units in that
Level 2.
situation. They are better for the harassment and the demolition abuse streak.
All units.
So I wonder why he did use them in fight. he must have felt like he could win the fight if he dropped those ODST, but that's not the case at all.
Harvester constructed.
Okay. One thing I'm lacking in the game is that I really haven't scouted actively the bases. I did check out the left base a while ago, but that base, the right side, I haven't been there for a long time or in the game at all. Or the natural, I really don't know if he take it at some point. But yeah, he didn't. He's running on pretty low economy. I wonder how well he is able to produce vultures with the amount of income he has. They are pretty expensive air units.
Local units.
The enemy's air units picked the wrong target!
So I'm not sure if that's a great plan to do with just one base and some mini bases.
Local units. All units.
Okay, so now I'm going to push to the left side mini base.
Making my affirmative.
I feel like if you are able to keep your opponent in one real base and like one mini base or two maximum, he's not able to do that much. And if you are running on two big bases and some mini bases, you should be fine. You should be ahead of the game easily at that point. Don't need the barracks anymore.
Local units.
If you didn't know, actually now in late game, if opponent is doing tanks and canister cell, you can't beat that with hunters, even that it doesn't make any sense if you think about it. Why would tanks win anti-tank units like hunters? But yeah, when they hit the canister cell skill on your units, they all just die if opponent has like 4 or 5 or 6 tanks. So you don't want to fight tanks with hunters. Instead, you need to fight them off with stuff like banshees or stuff like that. You can of course keep some hunters in the army, but don't make full limit of hunters. They just die to canister cell. And I did learn that the hard way. So not a good plan. Don't use it.
Local units.
And he has some vultures on the air.
Local units.
But seems like they are not enough to hold my army. And as you can see, I'm already planning on the right armor composition for the next attack. So this is not going the way Almirante surely wanted it to go. And at this point he is just forced to resign out of the game. So yeah, here we go. This was my second commentary video, and thanks for watching. And leave the comments so I can work on my commentary stuff. Thank you, bye.